Yes, yes, yes. What's good, people? Hope everyone is blessed. Sorry, I didn't schedule it a bit earlier. Literally just got back in. So, guys, we're not going to be here for a long time, but we're going to be here for a good time. Hope everyone is blessed in the chat, man. Liverpool versus Leverkusen, man. This one's going to be an interesting game. Very, very interesting game, man. Because, boy, yeah, we can't do what we did in the previous game in terms of allowing that much space in behind, that much not even in behind, but that much space in them final third, those little pockets, because these men have players that can hurt Liverpool. In terms of one of my favorite players is Florian Wirtz, man, and he's a different level of a 10. And he'll find the space, he'll get shots away. He's got that cute vision. He can thread those simple passes. And then you've got like strikers up front like Schick and Boniface, bro, that don't mess around with it. They're gonna have their bombing like wing backs as well. Grimaldo for one, man. He cold crosser of the ball. But I'd love to see how we cope against these guys, man. It's going to be very, very interesting. Very, very interesting in terms of how they're going to set up. Are they going to go with the same in terms of lineup? They go with a 3-4-3, or are they going to go and change it up slightly? Because obviously you're coming to Anfield. You don't really want to leave. Technically, it's going to be five at the back in it because obviously their wing backs will drop back. But you don't want to be leaving Mo Salah 1v1 with Nkape or one of those guys. Maybe Diaz with Jonathan Tah, but he's good though. So that's going to be maybe a different battle. So Grimaldo can't just be staying upfield. But then on our right-hand side, man, we're going to have to defend well, bro, because normally that's where Florian works. He drifts over to that left-hand side, which is like Trent. So he'll drift inside those little pockets. And that's how he's going to kind of to harm us in these type of games, man. And then you've got the overlapping of Grimaldo. And when he gets when he gets the freedom of the cross, yeah, it's gonna be a long day. I don't know if they're gonna go with pong in terms of being like right back or right wing back. I don't know. I've seen them use. I think against Stuttgart, they used him in the. It was like a double 10, and it was him and Florian Wirtz in behind Boniface. So it'd be interesting to see how if that's where he plays in it, and he's one of the right backs that Liverpool are looking at in terms of if Trent does leave, that's one of the guys that could come in. So listen, it'll be very, very interesting. But as I said, man, big up to everyone locked in, guys. Any questions, throw them in. I'll chop them up as well at the end or in the middle. We'll find a moment to actually do that. But yeah, Xabi Alonso coming back to Anfield. That's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, he was one of the managers. He was the manager I wanted to get from in the summer because I know that was Amorim and obviously Slot was on the list and Xabi Alonso. But just looking what he was doing at Bayer Leverkusen last season, how they went unbeaten, the style of football, how they adapt tactically in games, how they set up, for various opponents. And obviously, I like the wing back thing because obviously looking at how Trent, he wanted to adapt his game and evolve his game. I'm like, if you put Trent maybe as a wing back, that frees up the defensive duties a bit. Not saying you wouldn't you wouldn't have to fill in and do that, but that frees him up a bit. And then he can do all of his creation inside those little pockets and those areas and up and down. And then we can get him to start crossing the ball again like he used to. So, looking at Xabi Alonso last season, now that's what I wanted to get into Liverpool. But listen, everyone can have their preference. I was incorrect because Arne Slot's come in and, yeah, he's doing bits, man. Really, really happy with what he's doing. Obviously, there's things that he can adjust and change. And I feel like hopefully in the coming weeks he can do that because we're starting to see little things now where we can't allow these things to keep happening in the game. Starting slow, the passing's a bit lethargic at times. Just the defensive, like I know they defend. That's the crazy thing because they actually are defending. But there's moments when people look like they're defending but are actually defending, if that makes sense. So they're running back, getting into good positions, but there's no like urgency in the defending. I've seen more from like Ibu, Virgil, and stuff like that. And obviously, when whoever plays at fullback, I've seen them try and do that as well. Gravenberch, you've seen like defensively helping out as well. But there's a few guys I feel like they shy away at times. And then there'll be the odd game where they show up and say that, that's them. That's them doing what they're doing. But yeah, look, it's interesting, man. It's very, very interesting to see what's going to happen in this game. Let's go and have a look where they sit in their league. I think they're around fourth. So yeah, they're currently sitting fourth in the Bundesliga. Not as not as flying as they did last year. Obviously, they did some amazing stuff last year, man. Went unbeaten, scored so many goals, scoring late goals, coming back in so many different games, but also battering teams as well. Um, Even I remember watching the Bayern Munich game last season. Bayern Munich had a lot of possession in the game, but couldn't really find pockets of space. And every time that Leverkusen went forward, they ended up scoring a goal. I think he ended up finishing 3-1, I want to say, or 3-0. And I remember Frimpong coming on and doing that mad run from right back or right wing back and scoring an absolutely great goal. So, yeah, no, it's interesting to see what they're doing this season. I don't think they're as strong, maybe because of all the success they had last season. Sometimes a bit difficult to try and build that back up again and go again and really, find that gear that you found last season. But obviously, it's Liverpool. They come into Anfield. They come into one of the best cauldrons when it comes to Champions League. Fans have to turn up. The players have to turn up tomorrow. Obviously, we'll get to the team lineup, man. But yeah, it's an interesting one. I listened to Arne Slot's press conference as well. Um, Nothing really. I think that the most they kind of did was press him about the Mo Salah comment around him saying, even if it's his last goal, he always remember what it feels like scoring at Anfield. Maybe not entirely those words, but along those lines. So it'd be interesting, and then they kind of pressed him on it, and they wanted to know the reason why you think he said it and all the. I don't know. I think it's down to anyone to read between the lines in it. I'm sure there's bits in there where he's like, "Listen, guys, I'll give me that new contract. Guy, hurry up and sort out, whatever the deal is that we're trying to sort out." But also at the same time, he's just recognizing like, nah, man, it's good to be at the top of the Premier League again. It's good to feel like we're competing again. It is really good to, to compete and do what they need to kind of do. So it's good, man. It's good. I've kind of just took that as we know the saga is going on with Trent, Virgil, and Mo. We just have to just let it happen, innit? There's nothing we can do. We can shout about it. We can discuss it. There's loads of things that we can do as a fan base, but nothing changed as a fact is when it needs to happen or when it will happen. It will happen once they can agree and strike a deal. It will happen. Contracts ain't as easy as as I always say, guys. It's not like Football Manager. It's not maybe a bit like football because they actually go a bit more in depth, but not as in depth as most people think. It's not like FIFA where you just, you add, or should I say EA now, where you just, oh yeah, I'll just give him 200 grand and he's definitely going to accept it. 5-year deal, no release clause, and then he accepts it. There's so much more things that goes into it. Image rights for the players as well. Certain deals, how much they get. If they sign on again, is there a signing on bonus? I think these guys have to worry about now because look, staying loyal to the club. You're in your last year. They might want a little loyalty bonus on top of that because I know if they go for free and go to another club, the first thing those teams are going to do, they're going to give them that loyalty. Well, not even loyalty, but they're going to give them that signing on bonus, which is going to be mad money anyway. And then they're going to give them big boy contracts as well. So listen, it's going to be interesting. I think just let that one happen. Let that just take, its time and just try and enjoy the season as it's going. And then I'm sure, the club will definitely try and sort out these players' contracts as soon as possible. Look, they've all told you that the contracts they're all in talks. So just sit back, man, and kind of let it just happen organically. Obviously, big news as well. Ibu as well went off holding the shoulder, holding the arm. Yeah, it was a madness in it. It's one of those ones. When he come off, even I was like, oh my days. Like the partnership is working. They look settled. Him and Virgil look like a good combination this season. So I'm so happy this man is back in training. Arne Slot said he's available. Obviously, it's down to him if he picks him or not. Because I think Joey had a really good game as well. There isn't a reason why I would be like, oh yeah, Ibu just goes straight back in. But at the same time, we're going to be playing up against Schick and Boniface. So these are strong, aggressive, pacey type of strikers. So you're going to need, your Ibu because he's one of those guys where he's really strong and aggressive in the challenge. Big up, little M-Force, man. So this channel has potential. Nah, man, big up, man. Appreciate it, man. Big up to G as well, bro. Hope you're blessed, man. Hope you're good. And Dustin as well. Big up to everyone locked in. as I said, guys, not going to be here for too long. I was meant to schedule this earlier, completely slipped my mind, man. Just busy out and about, doing the day-to-day, man, trying to get stuff done as well. So now all good, all good. Big up to everyone. Funny enough, Ibu Jota get injured, his hand and ribs. Yeah, it's mad, bro. These man, like, as long as it's not like muscular injuries, man. You know, that's Ibu's issue. It's always been muscular injuries, and even Jota's as well. To be fair, so someone falling in you and mashing up the ribs, I hear it, man. Just recover, rest up, come back stronger, and then obviously Virgil trying to kick man's shoulders and arm off and that. But yeah, man. As I said, nothing really mentioned in terms of the press conference that I thought that was good, apart from obviously the Ibu conversation, just saying he's back, available, and ready to kind of go. I'm sure we've all seen, obviously, the pictures. If you haven't, let me see if I can flick through a couple of them in terms of training videos. So most of the man, them are all there as well. But yeah, Ibu's there, man. Ibu's there. Ibu's fit, available. I'm pretty sure. I don't know why he hasn't put on like an anime picture yet, but I'm pretty sure he will. I know he did one the other day, but I'm sure he'll probably do one with this picture as well. And they asked him about the 4-2-4 press. Yeah, it's about how people beat his press in it. And he said obviously he likes the fact that the team, gets back into shape really quickly, sees his players getting back. But that's what I was saying, okay, man. Even though they're getting back into those positions, it feels like at times only some players enjoy that battle and defending, and enjoy getting into people's faces when they have to run back and be aggressive. Some of the man, they get back to look like they've got back, but then they just kind of shirt the opportunity to actually make the tackle at times, man. But yeah, I think we need to fix that a bit as well. And I think those are we've had Brighton back to back now, so they've kind of exploited little spaces and little things and chinks in our armor. So fingers crossed that we can really, really fix that in the coming weeks, man. But yeah, it's good to have Ibu back. It massively helps having Ibu available, man, because not having Jota, not having Alisson, then you're losing another key member. In terms of the guys that are performing this season, it's good to kind of keep, these guys as fit as possible, man. So as long as we don't lose no one up till now and after the international break, we should have a fit squad available after the international break in November, which is great, because then now we can just proper rotate the team as we see fit, man. But as I said, I hope everyone's blessed, guys. If you haven't already, please like the video, share it out there. And also, I've pinned the podcast channel at the top. So if you guys haven't subscribed to the podcast channel, it is free, guys. I've put the link in the chat, so it's very, very easy for you guys to just click it and subscribe. And then, can go and check out the videos that's already there. I should have one dropping tonight as well. If it doesn't tonight, I'll drop it tomorrow. Another reaction video. So guys, make sure you're doing that. But yeah, Leverkusen, as I said, they're doing well, in terms, they're not doing as well as they did last season, but they're doing well in the Bundesliga so far. Champions League as well. Let's go and have a look how they're doing in that one. I think let's have a look at that. Where are they? So they're sitting 6th at the moment in the Champions League. They won 3 as well. Nope, 1-2, drawn 1. Okay, so then they're not like us with the 3 wins out of 3, but they're doing well. They haven't lost the game yet. So they're doing good. Big up Michael Talks as well, guys. If you haven't subscribed to him and G, obviously, but G's link is already in my description, so it's easier for you guys to do that. But obviously, big up to Michael Talks, the man that covers every football game you can think of, football knowledge for days, man. Big up, bro. Appreciate you tuning in. So yeah, they're not doing too bad in the Champions League, and they're not doing too bad in the league. But here's one area. Obviously, speaking about the areas that they can hurt us, right? This is one of the guys I was talking about, Florian Wirtz. Him and Odegaard is one of my 2 favorite 10s and 2 favorite players in the world currently to date. This man makes football look easy at times as well. And as I said earlier on in the stream, guys, if we give up these spaces and we give up these opportunities in those final third areas, he will hurt us. He will find those passes. He's so silky with his dribbling as well. The only thing that I think goes against him at times is when the game gets aggressive, a bit rough, a bit, end to end. I think sometimes he can shy away from the game And that possibly could be, him coming back. Obviously, he had a long-term injury, come back, had a fantastic season last year. So maybe that's in the back of his mind. I saw a bit of last season in terms of like shying away in certain games. But we're talking about, as Mike said in the chat, a special player. He is a very, very special footballer. And he's one of the players I would love to get at Liverpool Football Club. I've seen like Real Madrid obviously are going to be in for him. And I know the money for him is going to be stupid. I know this. I know it's going to be dumb. I know it's going to be like 100 and whatever. It's just going to, and I don't know if my club is going to go and ever do that on a player. Go and spend 100 and odd million. At the same time, trying to sign or tie down 3 of your key players, Trent, Virgil, and Salah in the team, and then going and spending the big money for him. But maybe if we smoke them up, we smoke them at Anfield, we show that we're there and we're a big club, and I'm sure he knows that anyway. We bully him in the game, and maybe he looks and go, do you know what? Maybe my next destination could be here. Maybe this is a position. As you can see from most sections of the fan base, we were saying Sabo isn't good in the 10. Yeah, he's not been doing that great in there, to be fair. Maybe we're looking to see what Harvey can do and coming back. But one guy I know definitely can go and play in the 10 and do bits. This man. If we get this man in the 10, you're talking about special goals, special passes. He can control the game from a tempo aspect as well. Elusive, great dribbler. He's not the fastest, but he's got enough speed as well to get away from players. Great balance, great, he can use his left foot, right foot. And he scores big goals as well, man. But it's gonna be a crazy, man. It's gonna be crazy. Let's see, man. Let's see what else. Xabi Alonso, man. Xabi Alonso coming back to Anfield. What do you guys think of that as well? You guys in the chat, what do you guys make of it? Like, as I said, man, at the start of the season, before the start of the season, I should say, when Liverpool's looking for a new manager, he was the guy I wanted, just based around, what I explained earlier, the way he, the football he played, the formation he used. I was looking at players in our team who could like really, really gain some success and look really good in that style with the 2 wing backs, Trent for one, Robbo for one. I thought, yeah, and then we could just play 3 at the back. You can go and get your left-sided centre back then. Your left-footed one there, and you can move Virgil in the middle, and then you got Konate. Do you know what I mean? We could have used those, and then and give the freedom to the Trents and the Robbos and the Simicasses and the Bradleys to go and do the wing-back stuff. But obviously, he wasn't the one we got. Richard Hughes said, nope, Arne Slot is his man. So Arne Slot was his man. He got his guy in, and he's done perfect so far. Obviously, we can dissect and speak about the game, in terms of things that we can improve on. But he's only lost 1 game of football, man. And I think, 14 games now? 14, I want to say. Games we've only lost. So, yeah, it's crazy, man. Dustin, the Alonso thing makes the game 30% more something. True. But they got some ballers as well, man. Guys, I want Xabi Alonso as well, but I am more than happy with who we got. That's true as well, man. Big up Red Chili as well. Says hit the likes. Big thanks for the reminder. I usually forget you unless I am reminded. Big up, bro. Love for the love, man. Love for the love. Big up to, I don't even mess it up in it, but Diaz or Gakpo needs to be exploited. Frimpong weak defending. Also, Darwin will be key because of Leverkusen's high line. But even with the high line, bro, man, I don't know. I honestly don't know because they're not even passing the ball. I was doing a stream yesterday with Savage and Zabiri, and we're just talking about we don't even create the chances for him. So even with the high line, are they going to give him the ball? Are they going to really give him the ball? I don't know. I honestly don't know. Partly his fault dropping in sometimes, but most of the time, bro, I see him making a run and they won't give him some. The high line part, I don't know. Frimpong, yeah, he's not like a defensive right back in it, but one thing this man has is aggression and a hell of a lot of speed. So he's one of those guys in it. He can dribble and he can give you a good finish at the end if needs be, and he's not too bad at crossing. So it's just one of those ones, isn't it? But that's why they play with a back 3. So it's not necessarily going to be down to him to do most of the defending. So it'd be like Jonathan Tah normally plays on that right-hand side. He's got speed, he's strong, aggressive, he can tackle, great in the air. So yeah, you weigh up in it. We have to make sure we go past him, because if you don't, on the reverse hand, you're going to give it to a Frimpong, which will just travel the length of the pitch at high speed. So it'd be interesting. Who else? I know you don't even believe that, G. Are you talking to me, G? Let me know, bro. Let me know, because I might have missed the context of it. Okay, those early crosses from Frimpong, Ronaldo are dangerous. Can't give those two too much space. Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. 100% you can't give these men too much space. If you give them too much space, yeah, it's going to be a long day, blood. Because that, as I said, they'll run by you and they'll put the ball in the box. Mostly like Ronaldo, in terms of his crossing, yeah, his crossing last year was really, really good. But yeah, man, Alonso turning up. Xhaka is another one of the guys as well, man. Because even though he left Arsenal, Florian Wirtz say he's good. Nah, man, Florian Wirtz is a baller still. What part of it? Remind me, bro. No, obviously with old age, sometimes you forget. But yeah, man, Xhaka, when he left Arsenal, everyone's like, nah, dead food, dead player, blah, blah, blah. But we watch him play for his home nation. You're like, nah, man, there's something there, man. He's got something. You know what I mean? When he played for that Arsenal team, like, since they've lost him, it's like they've lost how to attack. It's crazy. And he wasn't like the attacking side of their play, but he was the one that kept it simple and linked the ball down that left-hand side, or left inside 8, whatever you want to call it. He linked everything together, man. But since they've lost him, Arsenal don't know how to attack no more. The attack just breaks down. It looks kind of awkward. I don't even know, man. No, laughing out when you said about him wanting to join. Bro, as I said, I know he ain't coming, bro. I know it's about 100 and odd M's, bro. I know he ain't coming anywhere, bro. I know. I know. Big up to Callum in the chat as well. But yeah, man, Xhaka, cold player, man. He's been immense for them as well, scoring big goals. He's one of those ones as well we can't allow to have shots from inside and outside of the box, bro. Because I see the goals he was scoring, not only when he was in the Premier League, but also since he's been in the Bundesliga as well, man. Big game player, a leader in the pack as well for them. So yeah, he's one of them to kind of look out for in this game, man. I don't know who they're gonna go with up front, if it's gonna be Boniface or Schick, but one of them, either one they go with, they're top players as well, man. So it should be an interesting game. But from a lineup standpoint, peeps, man, what are we doing then? Let me go to this. Obviously, we know Alisson's injured, so we're gonna go with Kelleher in goal. He hasn't done bad at all, Kelleher. When he steps in, he does his job. He makes it easy. He makes it look easy at times. Big save against Brighton, and obviously the shot, I don't think he could have done nothing about it. So Brighton's opening goal, I don't think he could have done nothing about that. He just took it early. The guy took it wide. There's like a cross shot kind of thing. Maybe on hindsight, maybe looking back, him as a goalkeeper, was like, maybe I could have got my position in a bit better and get a hand to that. But since he stepped in for us, man, we haven't said, we missed Alisson at all. Obviously, Virgil, Virgil's Virgil, our leader, our captain in the squad. So he will be the one that, leads the team out tomorrow. Alongside him, I'll go with Ibu. Ibu's available and fit. So we'll go back with Ibu, keep that partnership going. We're definitely going to need his strength, his power in the air, and his aggression, because of one of those two type of the strikers play. We're going to definitely need him to make sure he's keeping those guys quiet in the game. Left back, it's interesting because obviously Robbo played midweek in terms of the Brighton League Cup game. Tsimikas then played in obviously the Premier League. But what it has been, it was Robbo playing in the Prem, Tsimikas playing in the Champions League. Does the manager change it for this one? I honestly don't know. But I would keep Tsimikas in. I think Tsimikas is the one on form. Looking back at Tsimikas' game against Brighton, I don't think he was bad at all in that game. But obviously, I'm sure there's little bits in there he could have done a bit better. But he was better. I think he was one of our better players on the night or on the day. Do you know what I mean? So I think he should keep his position. But if he throws Robbo back in, he throws Robbo back in. I wouldn't argue against it at all. Obviously, Robbo's form isn't. Form is. I don't even think it's his. Is it his form? What is it? I don't know, because obviously at the moment he's battling with Tsimikas, because Tsimikas has been playing Champions League, he's been playing the league, and it's kind of a bit ups and downs between that. So maybe he wants to be the main left back and just be the main left back, and then Tsimikas comes in when he's injured. But at the moment, the manager doesn't look at it that way. So maybe he's kind of in his head a bit, maybe looking at a few of his performances, maybe the Saka goal conceding that one, maybe the way Madueke played up against him in that game against Chelsea. Maybe he's looking at those kind of things and going, he should be doing better. But I think Tsimikas will go back in. Trent obviously will play right back in the game. I would opt to go with Bradley, because I think he's better defensively, but obviously then you're gonna lose out on the 1 in a million type of pass that Trent might make in the game to exploit the back line of Leverkusen. So, but as I said, Trent needs to be on his game, because Grimaldo will be going and overlap all the time. This guy's got a lot of energy. He's going to be up and down. So we got to be very, very switched on defensively. Then we'll go Gravenberch. He's kind of gone a bit under the radar in the last, I would say, 3 games, I would say. Just gone under the radar. I think he's just been doing his job quietly, assured, just keeping it simple, keeping it ticking. But obviously in the Arsenal game, we didn't want to use him. We kept going long. In the Brighton game, it was going long. In the Chelsea game, for parts of it, was going long. So we haven't been using his skill sets, that half turn in the midfield, just receiving it in those little pockets, turning and giving it to the more forward-thinking players. So fingers crossed we go back to what we've been doing. But also, I don't know how Leverkusen are planning to set up from. Is it a man-to-man marking? Is it they're just going to sit off and allow us to play out and then, press us when we get into maybe their half, or maybe when they get into the first couple thirds, then they'll start pressing us. I don't know. We just have to kind of wait and see. But we need to start using his skill sets a lot more. I feel like we've gone away from that, even though we've won the games, but we haven't been able to see the best version of Gravenberch because we haven't utilized him enough in those moments. The toss-up now between McAllister and Curtis Jones is the one, because McAllister in the Brighton game was absolutely missing, bro. Like, I'm sure his stats will say that he completed loads of passes and he probably contested some duels and whatever. But Curtis Jones, when he came on, changed the whole game. He came on, and then there was a lot more forward thinking. There was a lot more aggression. There was a lot more I don't know. He completely just changed the game. And I don't know what it is, because I've seen McAllister play against Brighton a few times now. And a couple of times he's looking like he still thinks he's playing in a blue shirt. So for me, I'm going to go with Curtis Jones. I'm going to go Curtis Jones, Gravers in the double pivot. If that's what we go with, I'm sure that's what we're going to go with. But that's who I'm going to go with. Here's the issue now, right? Because I saw something when we put on Big Up Hakeem. I saw something when Diaz came on in the game, and he dropped into, I think we went with like 4 up top, but Diaz was more the 10, and we're just rotating whatever. But it looks so much better. It looks a lot more freer. It looks a bit more energetic. It looks a bit more creative. It looked way better. Obviously, I don't think the manager will do that. I think Diaz will play, obviously, maybe on the left. But do we go with McAllister in the 10 for this one and use him as how, Leverkusen is going to use the Florian words? Just drop into those little pockets of space and finding those precise passes to create for the team. Or does he go with Szoboszlai, because we might need his running power in the game? And he obviously he needs to be better, but he wasn't good at all as well in the Brighton game. And you guys know I don't criticize him much. I always try and get you guys to look at other side of the game in terms of what else is he doing. Obviously, he's being picked because the manager respects him, or maybe he's doing what the manager wants him to do. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'll go with McAllister. I think I'll go McAllister in the 10 for this one. I think McAllister in the 10 will create the chances I think we'll need to win this game. So let's see what happens. Then it's a toss-up now. Let's go to the one side we know is a guarantee. Mo Salah is playing for a fact in it on that right-hand side. Stunk the place up in that game against Brighton, but he turns up with the goods again, man. Every time I try and criticize him, he always finds a way to kind of show the the Salah lovers that nah, he's still here, he's still that guy, man. But nah, to be fair, man, for me with Salah, it's always I just want my main guy to just perform well in it. It's not me trying to ask for too much. It's not me. I just want him to perform because a guy when he performs, the game becomes easier for the whole team because he'll single-handedly draw 2 3 players because they just know how good he is. So whenever his performances are down, it's just about nah, bro. We have to, you know what I mean? You're our talisman. You're our main guy. You're one of the legends, bro. We need you to make sure those performances are staying as high as possible. But the goal he scored was cold, man. He always kind of score those goals, but they did miss a sitter in the game as well. But look, it's his position. He's here to stay for the time being, and just continue to do his performance. Can just perform at a higher level for me, bro. And that's all I'll ask. I don't want to nitpick in your game, but because you go missing for a long period of most games, it's easy to kind of see some of the deficiencies. But then you turn up and bag the goal you bag. What can I say? What can I say? But I still won't stop talking about your performances. I think we shouldn't stop, or we shouldn't select only a few players to speak around their performances. I think everyone is everyone should get critiqued, and everyone you should be able to dissect their performance, big them up where they need to be bigged up, and also criticize where they need to be criticized. But yeah, Mo's a big game player, so looking forward to what he does against Leverkusen. As I said, they're going to have to double up against him because if he gets the space that I saw him get against Brighton, he'll definitely bag in the game. And then there's a toss up to the other side, man. Is it Cody Gakpo? Is it Diaz? Which one of them gets the start? Gakpo, 3 goals against Brighton now, in his last 2 games. So he's the one you said mostly on form. Diaz scored in his last game. But also when he came on, he changed the game as well against Brighton. So both of them, you'd say, in the last 2 games have definitely contributed to something and kind of showed up and made sure they're accounted for us. So I don't know which one we'll go with, but might need a trickier winger. But then Cody is more efficient. Yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. I don't know what to go with this one. Big up to Bob. Robo Jones Diaz will start for sure. Eva Jones and Mac in a 10. Big up to Red for Life as well, broski. I told you about this forward line, man. From when we were trying to chop and change. You can't trust none of these guys. Yeah, man. 12-goal contribution in 10 games from Mo, game changer. Yeah, he is definitely a game changer. Lucho is more wily. It said start Diaz needs his energy. I did say big up to Hakeem as well. Big up, guys, man. Bonkers in the building. Big up Jones, Gravenberch, Sobo, Sly. Okay. Do you know I'm going to go Diaz? Let's go Diaz for this one. Let's go Diaz for this one, man. We still have Cody on the bench if needs be, right? So, all well and good. Hey, who should we start up front then, lads and ladies? Who should we start up front? Who should we start up front, lad? It's crazy, man. I wish he scored that goal. I would have been so unbearable if he would have scored the goal on Saturday. I flicked the ball over a guy's head, barred someone off, and travelled with the ball. Body feint, chopped inside. Unlucky, man. Goalkeeper pulls off a good save. But, yeah, man, he needs more opportunities, guys, man. We was chopping it up, man, and just saying about him not getting enough opportunities in the game. Hopefully this is a game where he can get the opportunities. Hopefully he can, man, because that's the only thing I'm waiting to tick off this list. So I've got the list of what I see here in terms of what people complain about. Hold up, linking, tackling. Does he look awkward on the ball? And I'm like, nah, I'm ticking these things off. I'm like, nah, but he was great in this. But the thing I can't tick off at the moment is he clinical? Is he hitting these shots on target? Is he letting the kid? I can't tick that off because he ain't having enough shots for me to be able to tick those off. So I just need a game where we just give him a few chances, and where you can then see, okay, has he changed or is he still the same? At the moment, I think it was Savage that said it. I think at the moment, because he hasn't had so many chances, the moment he gets one, there's going to be an anticipation of him scoring it straight away. And if he doesn't, then we're going to critique him in it and say he's still shit and whatever. But he hasn't had a lot of like one-on-ones yet, man. And I need to see those to see if he's now, his game is shifted. I've seen what Slot said. He's a player that has, there's still room for improvement, which is good. Every player has that anyway. But yeah, man, since he's been in the team, man, I don't think I've seen anyone really criticize him being in the team. I feel like he's definitely done his work for this team since Jota's been injured. Obviously, he hasn't scored a bag load of goals since obviously Jota's injury, but I think he's definitely worked, man, and helped us a lot in the games that we played. Nunes, Diaz, Salah, Tawizi. Yeah, to be fair, Nunes might need to rest, maybe play Gakpo. Nah, man, Tawizi can play, man. Who else is there? Like, just start Nunes. I had to ask, man. The people have been saying start Nunes, man. I mean, let the people say what they want to say, man. Start Nunes. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But before we head out, people, you already know what we do, man. Score predictions, and your goal scorers next to it. Yeah. So what do you think the score line will be? Liverpool versus Leverkusen in the Champions League. Can we make it 4-4? Will Leverkusen continue their unbeaten run in the Champions League? I don't know. What would I go with? Will Xabi Alonso's return screw us over? I don't know, bro. Does he have something in mind for us? It'll be interesting. I'm gonna go with. I don't know, blood. It ain't like we've been like racking mad goals, Scored 3, then we scored 2. We're at Anfield though, right? Champions League night. Yeah. I'm gonna go. I want a clean sheet, bro, but I don't know if these man can get one at the moment. These man don't want to keep the clean sheets no more, man. 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. And I'm gonna go with Salah to score and Diaz to score. 2-1 Liverpool. That's what I'm going with. What are you guys saying in the chat right now? Let's see, blood. 1-0 Trent from Hakeem. That would be special still. I'll take the 1-0 against Real Madrid and Trent to score though. That's what I'll take when we play them. Dustin says 2-1 LFC, Darwin and Salah. Yeah, Darwin needs a goal as well, man. Just give him a couple of tap-ins, man. A couple of tap-ins. Red for Life, 2-0 Darwin and Mo. I'd love to say a 2-0 my broski, but I don't know, man. Red Chili. Who's getting the goals, though? Red Chili, bro. Okay, Diaz and Jones. So, G, you know how it works, G, bro, and you opted not to go with, the goal scorers. All right, G, I see you doing the you know what I mean? I see what you did. Okay, 2-1 Gakpo brace. We've been conceding. Yeah, no, 100% we have been conceding. Big up to Quasi as well in the building. Quasi, I hope you're blessed, bro. How's the new work? How's the new everything, man? When's the next show? You guys don't know as well, Quasi does his own podcast channel as well. So, guys, make sure you go and support it. Quasi Bowl TV is there. Josh Shane, 2-1 Diaz and Darwin. Andres. Hey guys, hope you're all doing good. Big up, man. You're coming in when we're leaving, broski. We're about to leave. We're about to head out, man. We're about to head out. Yeah, man. G didn't even follow the instructions, bro. He knows, bro. Goal scorers and score prediction. Man goes, nah, let's just throw 2-2 in the chat and then just leave it. Leave it there for everyone else. Just leave it. Let me just leave it, blood. Let me just leave it. Nah, I see what you're trying to do, man. I didn't even know. You're a new member as well. Big up, man. Lovetti. Big up. Appreciate it, man. Nothing popped up. Or is it a different name? If you change your name? I appreciate you being a member as well. Love for the love, man. Wednesday, boss. Wednesday. Okay, say less, man. Yeah, man. G don't like to follow instructions, bro. Nah, G, it's all right. Don't tell us Salah double now, bro. Don't care. No one cares now, bro. Who cares? Should have put that, you know what I mean? Just left it all the way down in the chat, about 20 statements, like, you know what I mean? After you know how it works. But yeah, man. Oh, quick one, G. Have you got? I know you did a stream earlier, but have you got anything today or for maybe another stream today or tomorrow? Let me know, bro. I'll shout it out. Callum 3-1 Liverpool, Konate, Virgil, and Nunes. So you're saying 2 set pieces and then a Nunes finish or another set piece? 3 set pieces, 3 corners, two free kicks and a corner. Yeah. Let us know, man. But yeah, guys, I know Savage is definitely doing the watch along for the game. Oh, do you know what? Let me make sure I do this before I forget. Blood, because I end up forgetting. As I said, old age and that, you just forget sometimes. Go here. What's the word? Where is it? There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Okay. There it is. Right. Yeah, no streams, just a video. It's gonna drop in like 10 minutes. Okay, it'll help if you let us know what the video is about so we can, tell the people. The game is tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure it's tomorrow because we did a press conference today. So normally tomorrow. Yeah, big up. Are you saying 2 corners and 1 counter? I hear it. Let's hope for it, man. Let's hope for it. Are you saying Luke B in the building? Big up. Ends, hope you're all good. How long are you gonna be live for, bro? Now we're finished now. We're finished, Luke, bro. We're done. We already gave our score predictions. You missed it. You might have to go and rewatch it, bro. That's all it is. But yeah, Savage is going to be doing the watch along for the game. So you guys are going to be redirected over there. So do me a favor, guys. It's just easy. I know you guys got other stuff to do. Just head over there quickly, drop a like on the video. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, just subscribe to it. And then go about your day, man. I'm sure there's plenty of other videos to kind of go and do. At 7 o'clock, which is in about an hour, I'll be on Grizzly's channel as well. I think it's another preview. I don't want to misquote it. I think it's a preview, just maybe a look ahead, maybe just conversating about maybe from the 2 Brighton games and then looking ahead to this game as well. So I'll be back live then, but not on my channel, on Grizz Khan's channel. So if you guys don't already subscribe to him, make sure you guys go and do that as well, mates. All right, G, thank you for letting us know, bro, because man just said there's a video dropping. Can't even say, okay, hold on, son, here. Modern day fullbacks and how the roles have changed over the years. There you go. So G's got a video that's dropped now. You guys can go and watch that as well. But guys, love for the love, man. Appreciate you guys rocking with me for a short, swift, and quick kind of preview. We'll be doing the call-in tomorrow. So after the game, I'll schedule that in a bit, and then the call-in will be tomorrow. So guys, man, if you haven't already, make sure you do, man. Come across and let us know how you feel about the game, man. If we get cooked, come and tell us. If we smoke them, come and tell us, man. If we draw and you didn't like the tactics, come and tell us tomorrow, man. You know what I mean? Let's stay out tomorrow, let's stay out the chat. Let's click the link, jump in, chop it up for 3 minutes. Normally, if it's busy, then everyone gets 3 minutes. But if it's not busy, then you guys have seen I've just kind of let guys go on and you guys cook me and say some of the man them are waffling and all that. But might get another Mad Max comment tomorrow, bro. We might not like the shot conversion. Who knows? We have to kind of wait and see, man. But guys, bless up. As I said, you're going to be redirected to Savage. So make sure you guys just go over there quickly. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't. Back at 7. G's got a show as well. So, hey, plenty of stuff to watch, man. And I'm sure other content creators are going to go live and talk about the game as well. But guys, go and enjoy the rest of the evening. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
have an idea. I heard the song today a few times, and you can do that. I have no problem with that. Let's see how the response will be. Arne's flood, la 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 la. Arne's flood, la 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 la. Now imagine the next season starts and you are not waiting what's going on. No, you go full throttle into it. You welcome the new manager like you welcomed me. You go all in from the first day.